My grandma was a very, very wise woman, and I remember when I was very little, she would say, worrying is like rocking in a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere. Well, I thought about Grandma yesterday, and I thought about what she used to say, and instead of worry, I substituted the phrase feeling guilty. Feeling guilty is like rocking in a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, it just doesn't get you anywhere. This is a good season for some of us, myself included, to feel guilty. Holiday parties, family get-togethers, potluck suppers, you fill in the blank. Now, in the spirit of full disclosure, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I didn't snag a cookie, a piece of candy. Although one neighbor was nice enough when she brought over a tin of cookies for Joan, brought over 4 oranges for me. Yeah, okay, I dove right into those oranges. Right. And at the end, when you sit down and you look at one thing leading to another, you feel guilty. So as I was getting dressed this morning, I asked myself the question, what practical purpose does feeling guilty do? Well, other than making you and I a little bit difficult to live with because we're beating ourselves up with a big old bloody club, absolutely nothing. Can't change the past, can't change what we did. I didn't have a bad Christmas from a food perspective. I didn't have a great Christmas from a food perspective. I could sit here and analyze everything that went in my mouth. I could beat myself up, and then that little voice would tell me, oh, this just ain't worth it. Well, yesterday's history. All I have is today. So when I got up this morning, decided to get back on track, over and done with. Did I learn from it? Sure. But honestly, between you and I, and all the articles we read and motivational sayings and the whole 9 yards, I mean, it is really kind of difficult to navigate your way through a ocean of cookies, cakes, and pies this time of year. I'm not giving myself a get-out-of-jail-free card. I'm not suggesting that, you find me in the corner with blackberry pies on top of me and me covered in ooh and goo. I'm not suggesting that at all. But what I am suggesting is that you and I adopt a realistic approach to things. So this morning, I reviewed my calories, reviewed my exercise plan, reviewed the things I've got going on the next few days to maintain my stress level, and there's a few more minefields I'm going to need to navigate. But I'm going to do so feeling guilt-free. Yes, I'm in control of my own destiny. Yes, I control my own environment. I know all that wonderful stuff. But I'm going to move forward without feeling guilty, because guilt produces no positive result. I don't care what anybody tells you. I don't care what any book tells you. Use your guilt to build upon. Baloney. Guilt produces no positive results. All it does is add one more millstone around your neck, and it pulls you and I down. Pulls us down so deep that then we want to give up. What's the use? I'll never be like those ... And guilt is hard to get rid of. It's kind of like the mustard stain on your t-shirt after a family picnic. No matter how much shout you put on it or OxyClean, it takes a long time for that guilt to fade. So my prescription for myself is don't even invite it in. Well, I might say that was kind of really a good move, John. You really didn't need to have 2 cookies. You should have been satisfied with 1, and then I move on. Or it might be a good idea to get in the car and go home before you eat your way through the buffet table. I'm not suggesting we throw self-discipline out the window. But what I am suggesting is that when we decide to flog ourselves, to remind ourselves it serves no practical purpose. You are intelligent. You are a wonderful person. You were created in the image and likeness of God. And that means you're very super and very special. Adam and Eve are yesterday's news. Don't put on the emotional fig leaf and go hide somewhere. Be proud of yourself, move forward, and realize that this morning you are one step closer to your goal. Have a great Monday.